with that, we'll move into public comment. This time is for information from the public. Comments are limited to 3 minutes and must pertain to matters within the jurisdiction of this board. No action or discussion will be conducted on matters presented at this time. When addressing the board, please state your name for the record prior to providing your comments. Address the board as a whole through the chair. Do we have any public comments?
Diana Sheen, Weaverville. I'm going to read this. It does not require a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen to set brush fires in people's minds. That's Samuel Adams, a founding father. No country can be called free which is governed by an absolute power, and it matters not whether it is an absolute royal power or an absolute legislative power, as its consequences will be the same to the people. And I would like to demand that Protocol's Code Manual be voted down and thrown in the trash.
Madam Chair,
That would be item 602. Thank you, sorry about that.
Okay. Please make sure that your comments are not already going to be addressed on the agenda at a later time. This is for items that are not on the agenda. Thank you.
Diane Richards, Hayfork. The privacy of we the people is negligible in the face of the government's various missions, and the homes of we the people are no longer the refuge from government intrusion that they once were. This wasn't always the way it was. There was a time in America when a man's home really was a sanctuary where he and his family could be safe and secure from the threat of invasion by government agents, who were held at bay by the dictates of the Fourth Amendment, which protects American citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fourth Amendment, in turn, was added to the U.S. Constitution by colonists still smarting from the abuses that they had been forced to endure while under British rule, among these home invasions by the military under the guise of writs of assistance. These writs were nothing less than open-ended royal documents which British soldiers used as justification for marching into the homes of colonists. I'm talking about American history. You're using up my minutes. You're using my minutes. I have 3 minutes, and you are now you're taking my minutes away.
That is already on the agenda.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about American history and the Fourth Amendment.
Right.
You can always recess.
Yes, please, we're going to recess. Could you please remove Ms. Richards right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
We'll all be recalled. 3 minutes.
3 minutes to talk.
She has the right to speak her 3 minutes. Let her speak.
You need to let her speak. We're crying out loud. 3 minutes to talk to you.
What kind of meeting is this? What kind of dictatorship is this? Shut up and sit down? Is that what you're appointing? Shut up and sit down?
From the room.
Title 42, United States Code 1983 provides that every
Welcome
person
to the
who under
Nazis!
color of any statute, ordinance, regulation, custom, or usage
Thank you.
of any state or territory in the District of Columbia, that includes us.
Okay, we're going to come back into order. Excuse me. What we are talking about right now, if it is an issue that is on the agenda later on, as code enforcement is, then you will have an opportunity to comment at that time. At this time is not the time to be addressing items that are already on the agenda. Ms. Richards can speak again when that item is on the agenda. Okay, when we are addressing that. Right now is for public comment for items that are not on the agenda today. Okay, so we are not stepping on her rights. We're making sure that the agenda moves forward. We are going to have plenty of time to be addressing the issues around code enforcement when that item comes forth. Okay, so what we're doing, this is point of order. So nobody is losing their rights to speak. We're going to do it in a fashion where everybody has an opportunity to talk about the issue that's on the agenda at that time. That's what this is about. So thank you very much. Is there anybody else that has public comment at this time that is not on the agenda? Okay, please come forward. This lady who's coming forward.
Oh, you coming up? Here, go first. Thank you.
The Fourth Amendment to the Constitution of the United States.
Okay.
The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated,
Excuse me, you
and
did
no
not...
warrant shall issue.
Could you please identify yourself for the record?
My name is Gail Gooding. I am a resident of Hayfork, California.
Okay, thank you. And what you're addressing are the issue about the code enforcement, correct?
That
That's
is
your
correct.
concern, and that's why you're addressing the Fourth Amendment.
That is
Then
correct.
that will be heard on the agenda later today, and you may have your public comment at that time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item 6.2.